If you struggle with acid reflux, you know how it can ruin your day in an instant. So today I want to share with you 3 supplements that can be very supportive for acid reflux. But before we dig into those supplements, let's just explore what is acid reflux. Acid reflux is when we have regurgitation kind of coming back up into our esophagus, which can feel like heartburn, indigestion. You kind of have a burning sensation happening, and it can get worse and worse, right? Sometimes we'll get it occasionally, or for those who have it very badly, will experience it with whatever they eat. Of course, there are foods that make it worse, but acid reflux can definitely be tapped down with some of the supplements I'm going to speak about today. Now, if you have experienced this time and time again, acid reflux, you may have went into your physician asking for some medications or what can I do about this? And many people that I see in my practice, they do struggle with acid reflux and have been on proton pump inhibitors, which help the symptom, but they don't help the condition. And so today, that's again kind of these supplements we'll talk about is things that not only can help the symptoms, but will also start the healing process. Now keep in mind that acid reflux supplements can be very helpful, but they do need to be in conjunction with a healthy diet. We can't be eating processed foods and a whole bunch of high fructose corn syrup and damaged fats and expect our gut to be able to heal. And so it's where they need to work in tandem together. So as I talk about them, just know that, and this is what I say all the time, supplements do not outwin a bad diet. They both have to be in hand. In addition to supplementation, there's also natural treatments for acid reflux. And one of them that I do recommend quite often is just apple cider vinegar. Taking a couple tablespoons, usually starting out with 1 tablespoon, before a meal can help to neutralize the pH in our stomach and help that acid reflux from occurring. And another helpful herb is going to be slippery elm. Slippery elm just kind of coats the inside of our stomach, so that gastric lining, and helping to reduce some of those symptoms. And of course, there's ginger. Ginger's been around forever, and it can be so helpful in reducing our inflammation as well as really soothing the digestive system in general. And for some people, it has helped wonders in reducing their acid reflux. In addition to slippery elm and also ginger, there is licorice root. Licorice root has been shown to decrease inflammation and help again soothe that esophagus and stomach lining, as well as marshmallow root, also very soothing and therapeutic for our stomach as well as our esophagus. Now, the 3 supplements that I want to chat about today do have many of the herbs and that I've just chatted about as well. And the first one I want to talk about is GI Relief. It does contain aloe vera and deglyceride licorice root, which really support the stomach and the duodenum. As well, GI Relief does contain slippery elm bark and marshmallow root, and those 2 are very soothing to kind of put a barrier into your stomach as far as that gastric lining and our esophagus. And if you choose to do GI Relief, it's best taken, you can find it in capsules, which is completely fine. You can take 1 or 2 caps before a meal, or you can get a powder and just make a tea of it and drink it as you're consuming a meal. The next supplement I want to talk about is called pylorostat. And pylorostat is a little bit different because it's really taking into account the environment of your stomach. And we know that we can get a low or a less diverse microbiome in our stomach, and so we don't have that good flora. Therefore, more pathogenic bacteria can set in its place. Pylorostat does contain contains mastic gum blend, ginger root, as well as bismuth and berberine. And these make a nice synergistic effect in keeping the balance of our bacteria in our stomach much more healthy, which then sets the stage for, increasing our flora in our stomach, and therefore getting rid of many of those acid reflux symptoms. Now, the last supplement that's really helpful and supportive is DGL+. And this again is this diglyceride licorice root that helps to increase the mucosal lining in our stomach as well as our esophagus. So kind of setting the stage for a barrier so that your body or your stomach has a chance to do some healing. It can be very soothing and decrease symptom pretty quickly, as well as, like I just said, setting that stage for better healing. So thinking about if you're struggling with acid reflux and you want to stay away from medications, these 3 types of supplements, GI Relief, Pylorostat, and DGL+, can be super beneficial and helpful in reducing symptom and just getting rid of it in general. And let's not forget, as I mentioned earlier, that, changing your diet or making sure that you have a nice whole foods diet with proteins, healthy carbohydrates, healthy fats is going to work best when you use any kind of supplementation. But also, eating those types of foods will really decrease your symptoms in general as well. So in tandem, change your diet, use some supplementation, and that acid reflux might be gone before you know it. And in addition, you'll also want to think about lifestyle. If we have a lot of stress going on, that's going to cause that suppression of our hydrochloric acid in our stomach, which is kind of the reason we get acid reflux in the beginning or in the first place. And so thinking about, kind of trying to find ways to self-soothe with, if you've had a really stressful day, maybe it's going for a walk, maybe it's doing meditation, maybe it's taking a hot bath or shower. Finding ways to bring down the stress in life is going to also help support your gut health and your acid reflux. So I hope that this was helpful in helping you make a decision if you do struggle with acid reflux, what kind of supplements are out there and how they can benefit you. My name is Marcy Vasky, and I'm a licensed nutritionist with Fluso Nutrients. At Fluso Nutrients, we really encourage learning about supplements so that we can help support you making a good decision. By educating and understanding what supplements are out there as far as what may be most beneficial to you, helps you make better choices for yourself. It's always encouraged to talk with a supplement literate practitioner if you have questions about any supplement in general. So I hope this is helpful again for you to learn and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.